Hello everyone, welcome to Just Talk, to another amazing episode of Just Talk.
Just Talk.
Yes, I'm Adrian Jam, and
this is Carey Embry, and dear listeners, you make me feel mighty real.
yes, so we are we're doing the season 1 episode 3 of Will and Grace, Head Case. It was directed by James Burrows. Well, you know what?
What?
Let me just tell you guys this. Every single episode of Drag Race. every single episode of Will and Grace.
We'll edit that in post.
Was directed by James Burrows. Do I need to say it every time?
Every single episode?
Every single of them.
Every episode.
Every episode. Every single one.
Episode.
Yes.
Directed.
James Burrows. Yes.
James Burrows.
Yeah.
James Burrows directed every single
one of them. So
episode.
I don't know if I need to say it every single time. Well, it was directed by him. And also, it was written by David Cohen and Max Muchnick.
David Cohen and Max Muchnick.
Yes.
Muchnick. Yes. Max.
They're both Jews.
What's that got to do with it?
No, nothing. I'm just stating your fact.
What did you call me?
And it's so funny. Okay. It's a great episode. I thought it was really, really funny.
Super cute.
Yeah. So we start the show with Will and Grace. Well, Will is in his bathroom.
And
Grace is in her bathroom.
Yeah.
And
they're both shaving. One shaving their legs.
Yes.
And one shaving their face. And listeners, you'll have to guess who's
doing what.
Right. If you haven't seen it, place your bets now.
Yes. Well, you should fucking watch it before you listen to this. Come on.
Oh, well, for sure.
Yeah.
Or, have this encourage you to watch it.
To watch it, yes. So, listen, and Will is doing a fabulous rendition of Got to Be Real.
Yes.
I love that song, but I never know who sung it. Is it from the 80s or 70s?
70s. It's disco.
It's a disco.
It's disco, darling.
Disco. Studio 54, darling.
You're absolutely right, darling. It's something that we used to dance a long time ago when we would do something called partner dancing.
But is it like twerking?
Partner... No, darling, because you can twerk by yourself, but when you're doing disco, you need another person, darling.
Zip it and do it. You zip it and you do it.
There was dipping, darling, and people were doing lots of things then, dear. Really. And if you just even people looked at the floor at Studio 54.
Oh my goodness. I would. Oh my God. That's
the
one era.
Things we found in the seat cushions, darling. Oh.
You know what? I think I've told you this before, but if I was given a chance of being born in another era, I would be born in the 50s, so I could be a teenager in the 60s and be in my 20s in the 70s.
Yeah.
Because that must have been so fabulous, and I probably would have been dead by 80s because of AIDS.
Well,
because I mean,
that's true.
That's true.
That's true, dear.
I probably would have been dead. Which is, the only thing I've been missing out on would have been Britney.
Oh. But you would have had. Others. I mean,
yes.
You would have had other queens to live for. Because come on. Growing up, if you would have been coming of age in the 60s, like a kid in the 60s, and then an adult in the 70s, you would have had some amazing, you would have had
Grace Jones,
Judy. Let's just start with Judy.
Oh.
And I'm not talking Judge Judy, people.
Please, people.
We're talking the one and only
Judy Garland. Oh my God. The legend, the queen, the icon. Oh my God.
And then you would have had the daughter, Liza.
Oh.
And then you would have had Miss Ross while she was still a Supreme.
Yes.
Yeah.
When did she go solo? In the 70s?
70s.
Yeah.
Because they were Supremes
Up until
the
late
70s.
Yes.
Like mid 70s. And then she became a solo, and then the Supremes actually stayed the Supremes for a little while.
Without her? Oh, girl.
They brought in a third, and I forget.
I mean, well, that is stupid. That's like if Destiny's Child stayed Destiny's Child without Beyonce.
Exactly.
That's like nobody cares.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect to other
to the other
Supremes, but without Diana Ross, there's no Supreme. Right? Anyways, go on.
That's a controversy, darling. As they say across the pond. It's a major controversy.
Controversy?
How do you say it?
Controversy.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No. How do you say it? How does the Brits say it? They say controversy.
No, nobody says controversy.
Controversy.
Controversy. No.
Controversy.
No, controversy. No?
Controversy.
No, that's not how it says.
I swear.
No, honey. That's not.
Well, if you say eligible, which sounds like I can't read.
How do you say it? How is the correct way of saying it?
Eligible.
What do I say? Illegible.
Which means you can't read it. It's illegible.
Wait, eligible. That's the correct way.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was illegible.
Well, that's how you said. That's why I heard Brits say controversy.
No.
Okay, well.
No, nobody says that. I love you. Nobody says that. So back to the gay icons in the 70s and 60s. Okay.
So that's just a few. So that's plenty.
Oh my goodness, that would have been just
Judy
fine.
Garland,
Yes.
Mel Nelly, and
Cher. Oh. Oh my God, Cher in the 60s and 70s.
And you would have grown up with the Sonny and Cher.
Oh my God.
Cher show, the Sonny show, and then the Sonny and Cher show again.
Oh, but that the second Sonny and Cher show wasn't as successful as the first one.
It was okay. I mean, it was okay. It lasted for a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
But it was awkward because we'd all lived through the divorce with them, the separate shows, and them getting back together. And it was kind of exciting, but you could tell the energy and the chemistry was different. So we could feel it through the, through the TV.
Oh my God, I was just such.
You would have lived.
I would have lived.
You would have lived.
Oh my goodness! There's a reason for me romanticizing that era. Yeah. It's just such a fabulous time. Anyways, so Will is like doing his thing, and Grace is kind of upset because there's no room.
She has no room. She's trying, and first of all, why is she trying to shave her leg out of the sink, sitting by the toilet when there's a perfectly good bathtub right next to her?
Why?
But I mean, I get it, but I'm nitpicking. Tom.
Yeah, but it's the show to do that.
And then Will has this gorgeous, bigger bathroom.
Beautiful.
Where he's, as Grace says, that 50 men and a disco ball away from a mirror ball away from being a gay disco. But she's frustrated because she doesn't have room in her dinky little bathroom, and she can't fit her hair or her toiletries or her vibrator batteries into the bathroom that she is allotted to, and Will has all of this beautiful space.
Wait, okay, I have a problem with that. Who stores the batteries in the bathroom? Like, why? When you
Well,
put it
that's where
next to
she
you,
keeps her vibrator.
why is the vibrator in the bathroom? Don't you vibrate in your bed?
Maybe she likes to do it in the bathroom.
Oh. Well,
I mean,
I don't know. Female anatomy. So they can come in the water?
Maybe hers is waterproof. I don't know.
Can you come in water? If you wank underwater, can you come?
Absolutely.
Have you done it?
Yes.
How does that work? How do you wank? There is water.
Do it. You just do it.
Oh my god, I'm such a white conservative woman. I've never. I can't. Like that would. That just sounds impossible. How do you do that? Like I can't. Like I need. You just
put it in your hand and you do it.
Right, but there's like water over your penis, right? Like in the ocean. Like, let's just say you're having sex in the ocean, which is like just having sex in any wet place makes me unhappy.
You're such a white lady.
I am. I need to be in the missionary position, like being made love to.
Yes. Me in my eyes.
Yes.
With me in my eyes.
Yes, please. I am. Even though I come across as a wild child, I am.
When it comes down to it.
Yeah, when it comes down to it.
The actual act.
Yes. Yeah. That's my. It's the facade, honey. I put the facade on of like me being this wild, crazy, and I've had my wild days. Mm-hmm. And when I'm high, I can get down. But when I'm not high and I have sex, I just...
Very conservative.
Very conservative. I just want it to be over.
You're a Mormon. You are actually Mormon. Yeah.
I'm Hasidic Jew, honey. I would have front through the hole in the sheet, honey. But that's not true. That's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, just so you know...
Well, who made that up?
It's just a myth.
A myth?
Yeah.
A story.
Yeah, it's a myth. It's a made-up story. They have sex. I mean, they sleep on separate beds, which is fabulous to me. Mm-hmm. I don't. Yeah, but yeah, they don't fuck through a hole in the sheet. Yeah, I know Hasidic Jews. Like I have family members,
and they're like, no.
Anyways, so they're kind of like having this problem, and then Will tells Grace that we'll fix it. We'll do something about it.
Right.
And then we're in Will's office. Yes. Jack. And this is one of my favorite things Jack says, and I think he's said it, like he's gonna say it more times throughout the series. But when he's trying to get in Will's office, and Ellen.
Yes.
Ellen is Will's secretary. And it's like, oh, Ellen, honey, he wants me in, and call me, now you're my best friend now, call me every 5 minutes.
Right.
And I love that quote. I adore it. Every time he says it, he says it multiple times. I think it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, no, Jack, as we get further and further into the show, I'm hearing these things and reliving these moments where you're just like, oh my god, yes, that. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh, they're going to use that again. I can't wait to hear it again. This is a future tagline for the show.
Oh, so brilliant. And so they're kind of talking about Jack and how he needs to get a job and stuff like that. And then Will tells Jack to come back Thursday or something, and we're going to do your resume.
Right.
And he says.
But one of the things I like about the scene is that in the writing of the show, one character will have a joke, and then the other character will repeat that joke back to the character that said the joke to them first. So, like in this scene, Will says this thing about, I think that's the first time I ever said Jack and job in a sentence without gotta get one in between. And then Jack repeats a similar joke back to Will about sharing.
Yeah,
I think this is the first time I put Will and sharing in a sentence without he can't do it, in between or whatever. And so it's
don't know how to.
Yeah. And so it's just funny to me. I love how the show, like, will set up a joke and repeat the joke.
Gets back to it a little later.
Back to it a little later.
Oh, so funny, so brilliant.
One of the really clever things in the writing in this show.
Yes.
In particular.
And it's so funny because I was, as we were watching the episode, I was thinking about the sitcoms today and how they kind of, it's kind of formulaic of, like joke, back and forth, you know what I'm saying? But it's so, and they try to do it in every sitcom. It just doesn't work, and it just goes back into an amazing job that the characters and the actors of this series they did, because they're so good. Even though like some jokes said by other actors would be so lame and not funny, they make it fucking funny.
Yeah,
every single one of them. It's about timing.
They really get the timing and the pacing in the show. It's so good.
Yeah. So, as you said, Jack tells Will that Will can't share, and they go down the memory lane to Jack and Michael, Will and Michael show. Oh, which was so good.
Before it was canceled.
So good, and I don't like it when they keep bringing Michael up. I wouldn't, if I was in a relationship and that relationship ended, I wouldn't want my friends to keep bringing my ex-boyfriend up.
Right.
Whatever happened. Let's please move on. Like, don't.
But that's one of the things about the show. It's like they have to have these things that they needle each other about.
Right.
You have to have these conflicts within the show to kind of move the show forward and move the characters forward and give them something to talk about.
Right.
And so they can have these reactions and
conflamas
and such.
Yes. So, basically, Jack tells Will that he can't share, and that was the reason that his relationship ended with Michael.
And that he's repeating patterns.
Yes, and I get that. I don't like to share at all.
Oh my God! One of the things I was thinking about during the show was that, I'm a lot like Will.
Yeah.
I get, especially in living situations, like if it isn't my way, I'm upset.
Yes.
And like if someone introduces, like if it's my apartment and someone introduces something or does something, I thank God I meditate because it keeps me from snapping necks. Because I'm just like, you did what? You broke what? You put what where? Why can't I find my this, that, or the other?
Yes.
I know. Why can't you see how I separate the garbage and this is recycle and this is trash? Why do you continue to mix up the two?
Right.
Why can't you put the trash in the trash and the recycle in the recycle?
You're so eco-friendly, honey. I'm so proud of you. No, I get it. I 100.
And so I'm so glad because I would have that moment that Will had in the show where he yells at Grace.
Yes.
I would be that person.
Right.
If I didn't like pull it together every morning.
The thing is, I'm kind of the same, but it's not really about my living space that I like. If somebody moves this from here to here, I wouldn't be mad. I'm like, whatever, like who cares, right? But if somebody criticized the way I live my life, like I live in my house, and they're like, actually
shoes on the floor,
right? No, that fucking Adrian, I will beat him up. Don't come. If you don't like to see shoes on the floor, do not come. Just say, you know what, Adrian, I do not like to see your shoes on the floor. I'm sorry, I'm not the tidiest person you will ever meet. Sure. I'm not, because I'm just not that gay. But you can't, don't tell me how to fucking live my life. Like that's, I have no problem. If this is on the floor, who cares? I put it on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I can't. Don't criticize. But anyways, that's not about me. This story is not about me. Anyways, so Will kind of like has this realization that Jack as much of a buffoon as he is kind of right and has a point. So he makes the effort to change and goes to Bed Bath and Beyond and buys a bunch of shit to like
shelves.
and cupboards and stuff, and shelves and stuff to help Grace. And then Grace makes a funny point because Grace is like, so your idea of helping me is to bring the walls closer. So Will's gonna return the shelves that he bought, and then Grace tells Will her idea, and that's that. Let's just break down the wall in the middle
and make it one big glorious bathroom.
Oh, that sounds horrendous.
I mean, on the surface it sounds great, but for those two, it's not good.
It's not good.
You know, it's going to be a catastrophe.
I also
an emotional catastrophe.
I also think that every house needs 2 bathrooms.
Oh, yes.
Unless there's one person living there.
Right.
If there's 2, honey, I can't. Like, I can't share a bathroom anyways. So, Will is hesitant at first, and then he goes with it and saying, you know what, you're right, let's do it, let's get it done.
Because he wants to break the pattern of not being able to share.
Yeah. And then I applaud him for that.
Sure,
like, that's great, you know.
Because if you recognize bad habits or bad patterns in your life, it's important to try and change it or shift it or break it in some way.
Yeah. And so the next day we're in Grace's office, and which is like that. She eventually makes a joke that cracked both of us up. It was so brilliant. Well, kind of is, you know, Grace comes in.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the hat part? No, this is not the hat.
No, this is the doodle.
Oh, and then she goes. Anyways, Grace tells Karen that she needs to be a better assistant, and Karen just says completely lost that notion. It's completely lost on her.
Right.
She doesn't.
She's reading. She has a magazine in her hand, a catalog, and Grace tells her, put the catalog down. You have everything in it. You need to come and help me. Yes. And Karen's expression is like, I don't know what you mean.
Yes, it's
what do you mean?
And then Grace gives Karen the blueprint or whatever and of the new bathroom.
Right.
And then she goes like, I need to give to Sue. And then Karen goes, contractors. And then Grace goes, oh my god, I feel like a miracle worker. And then holds Karen's head to
contractor. Water. Oh my god, that was so funny. Yeah. That was so funny. Yeah.
For those of you who doesn't get the joke, Miracle Worker is the movie which Anne Bancroft won an Oscar for over Bette Davis because they were nominated the same year with Whatever Happens to Baby Jane.
That's what beat her out that year. Oh my god.
Yes, and Joan Crawford
accepted the award for Anne Bancroft.
Yes, she did. So
now oh god, why can her name come to my head right now? That was actually Helen Keller, who played Helen Keller.
Oh, the young one.
Yeah,
the young. She's actually one of the youngest people that ever won an Oscar for Best Supporting. She won an.
It was because wasn't she was the walker like they talk alike the da. It's a crazy pair when cousins are two.
The Miracle Worker.
It's
Patty Duke.
Patty Duke. Yeah.
Yeah.
In which. Pardon me. Patty Duke is also somebody that you probably would have loved just as an actress from that time period, from the 60s and 70s. Mm-hmm. She went on to do stuff in the 70s as well.
Yeah.
But so much fun. And she, along with Sharon Tate and a couple of other women, did an amazing camp classic called Valley of the Dolls.
Of course.
Which every young queer person must see.
Yes.
Needs to see.
Yes.
And just every person needs to see.
Oh my god. And who? Jacqueline Suzanne.
Yes.
Wasn't she in a lesbian relationship with someone very famous?
I have no idea.
I think so. I can't.
We'll have to Google it.
You know what? Yes, we do. I tell you why I know that name, and I know. You know that You Must Remember This, the podcast that I'm talking about. There's a podcast, You Must Remember This, which is about the forgotten stories of Hollywood's 1st century. Mm-hmm. That's the tagline. And there was this 13 episode arc they did about dead blondes that I told you about, and one of the dead blondes had a lesbian relationship with Jacqueline Suzanne. The dog was kind of based on her. I can't remember. Anyways, back to Will and Grace.
Yes.
So, and one of the things I love about Will and Grace is just those little tiny jokes that they put in the show. And if you don't know your pop culture it's super well, it kind of flies. It's still funny, but kind of flies over your head. And that's one I love this show about, because they have those like little things in there,
nuggets.
Yes. And so when and Karen's kind of loving the bathroom. She's like, she tells Grace it's fabulous and it's beautiful, what is it about? And then Grace tells Karen that it's their bathroom. And then Karen's like completely like, she's like, no, you can't do that. You can't share a bathroom with Will. That's preposterous. Like you can't.
She's like, that's and she goes and she's like, I don't even know where Stan's bathroom is.
Yes. Which again, I agree. Like, you should know.
And this is one of the times where I feel like this is a perfect example of Karen, although she seems like disconnected and allopated by drugs and saturated with alcohol, that she is the one that gives like such clear, clean, like advice,
because she's lived. She has lived, honey. Like she's been married twice, and eventually we'll find a little bit of her past and backstory. Yes, and
then Jack is kind of the same thing for Will in his way.
In his way, yes.
Like he may not. He just sees Will and cuts through like his issues.
Yes.
And says, no, girl, you need to pull it together.
Yes.
This is why you have this problem. This is why you have that problem.
Yeah.
And Karen, so they're both like
they play
characters.
the same part. Yeah,
they play the same part for the different people.
And so Karen tells Grace that you can't share a bathroom with the person you're living with, which is also Betty Davis said it.
Yeah.
Just like separate bathrooms.
It's a must.
Yes.
So, dear listeners, if you're out there and you're thinking of getting into a relationship or into an apartment with someone,
significant other,
please have separate bathrooms.
Yes, separate bathrooms. Please have money.
If you can't have separate bedrooms and separate bathrooms, at least separate bathrooms.
Yes.
2.
Yes,
at least
2. 2 bathrooms. So it's the next day, and they're both in Will's bathroom, and
because at this point Grace has knocked down the dividing wall.
Yes.
She's started to knock down the dividing wall, and they're beginning to actually share that space.
Oof.
And they're finding out how difficult it is to share the space, because Will is wanting to play his disco music.
You go on.
As one would want to.
Yes.
And Grace is trying to get her day started.
So this brings me this. I personally do that every single morning when I'm getting ready. I put on the puppiest. If I've had a good night's sleep, if I haven't, I'm just 5 minutes to get ready and I need to be out of the house. But if I have time to if I've if I've had enough sleep, so I have time and I'm waking up and I'm getting ready, I put on the gayest music possible. I put on the poppiest music and dancing, and like I dance around and get ready, and I'm, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel my oats and, you know, do all of the crazy things. Do you do that?
I do. If my morning is worked out in a way that I'm gonna sound so, I don't know, hippie.
Do it.
But if my morning is worked out to where I can play music in the bathroom instead of like a bhajan or something like that, where I'm listening to, like, because every morning I listen to the 1,000 Names of the Divine Mother. Mm-hmm. And
Madonna?
Yes.
Yes, good.
So if I'm not listening to that when I'm in the bathroom and getting ready, then I'm definitely have music
So
on.
let's just let me rephrase my question. Your version of listening to the music and getting a groove on, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you know,
mine is usually like
the names and
is the
sure.
the 1,000 Names of the Divine Mother is what I usually do every morning. But sometimes if I'm able to like my mornings start with, I get up, I either do a workout and my meditation or just my meditation. So if I do my workout, then I usually put on the 1,000 Names of the Divine Mother, which is like 48 minutes. So my workout lasts as long as the names, as the chant of the names. And then I go into my meditation, and then I'll listen to music. But if it's just the meditation first, and then I do the names while I'm in the bathroom, like getting ready, doing a shower, all brushing my teeth, all that, it's playing while I'm just getting ready for the morning. But if I have done that and I still have time for music, then of course I put in like music or turn the radio on, whatever.
Because you know, I do that. Like if I love listening to music in the bathroom by myself and getting ready. Like that's one of my favorite things. And Grace kind of has a problem with it, and you know, she wants to, as you said, she wants to get on with her day, and you know, maybe she can't do it with like dance music blasting in her ear. Right. And so next scene is Jack and Will are doing his resumes, and it's so funny. Oh my god, nothing really happens. I mean, in this scene, we find out, like, you know, every time Jack wants to continue with his thought, like Will breaks in with, you know, his complaint about Grace. Yeah, and Michael comes up again. I kind of just like I blocked it out. I was like, I don't need to. I was so over it. Michael comes bringing Michael up, and then Grace walks into her office with a hat.
Oh my god! Enter her office with that awful hat. So let's talk about fashion right quick.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh my god! So one of my things that I was talking about or thinking of when I was watching the show is just like, oh my god, Will's suits are so awful. But they're 90s. It's totally 90s.
Yeah.
Broad shoulder, boxy, mensy suits. But he is a lawyer, and lawyers aren't necessarily
the most fashionables. Yeah.
Because when I've gone to court, not for myself, I was supporting a friend.
Of course.
And or jury duty, which I...
Wait, so what was happening with your friend?
She, what was happening with her? Oh, she was getting her credit worked out. She was getting all of her credit and stuff.
Oh, so
kind of going through like a bankruptcy kind of
that's
thing.
not exciting.
So, no. But anyway... So you'd go, and the lawyers are dressed horribly. No, they're all in boxy.
Aren't they so
even the women,
rich, though?
Even the women are in horrible boxy suits. It's just terrible. But anyway, so I get it. I mean, for what it is and for what he's doing, I get it. But then that brings me to Jack. And I'm like, I get that Jack is this flamboyant character, but why the hell does he dress like you know, he is buying all his clothes at Banana Republic in the Gap.
Oh my God.
Like, he's a theater queen.
Yeah.
He's, from what I understand, a Lower East Side queen. But he dresses so conservative. It's like he dresses more conservative. Like he's wearing his big brother's clothes from a conservative college.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You know, and it's not like eventually, like if he doesn't have money and blah 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 during this, like but eventually in the series, like Karen is paying for his stuff, so he has money to.
She's buying him clothes. Yeah. But I mean, even then, it's like if you're living in the Lower East Side, some of that edgy Lower East Side, you know, trashiness is going to rub off on you. And he's, you know, and supposedly he's this, you know, trashy, sexual, flamboyant, but it's not reflected in his look at all. But maybe it was one of the ways that they made the characters palatable. You know what I mean? For
Beer and Mary Joe and Mary beer can?
Yeah, the beer cans.
Yes.
Beer cans.
No, you know, and the real, maybe I just like granted.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's that they chose to make Jack because he
is so out there, right?
That to put him in, you know, like assless chaps and. You know.
I mean, granted, like it's not realistic to us, like, you know, but you know, a little more flair would have been nice because I have thought of that many a time because eventually, again, I don't want to keep like referring to the future episodes, but Will's outfits are going to get better. Yeah. They're going to the suits are going to the suits are going to be more tailored. He's going to look a lot more sexy and more like sophisticated. But Jack kind of stays the same. And chinos and oh my God, those waist vests.
Oh, those awful vests.
Oh, those awful like sweater vests. Like I can't, like they're so hideous and it's just so unlike his character. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a character that sold his sperm to buy a leather jacket. Where is that leather jacket? Why is he not wearing that leather jacket? Like he sold his sperm. Yeah. And never once has he worn it. Oh my God. Yeah. So I've thought about it. Maybe this coming season, season 9. Right. Fingers crossed. Oh my God, that would be so amazing if he actually changes, his outfits reflects who he is as a person. Right. So anyways, back to the episode. Grace walks in with this hideous. Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's a bucket on her.
Oh my God, so ugly. And you know, Grace is known for wearing terrible clothes anyways, like that's part of her charm. Right, yeah. And
something Karen to talk about.
Yes.
What's this?
What's going on? What's happening? What's this? and then Grace goes and then Karen goes, What's that on your head? And then
and while she's doing it, she's covering her eyes. It's like she's seeing it and can't see it at the same time. She's pointing at it, but she doesn't want to look at it. And it's almost like it's giving her a headache. She's hiding her eyes from having to see it. It's so painful. It's such a painful fashion choice.
It's so funny. And then Grace goes, I didn't have time to dry my hair, so it's wet. It's gonna stay on.
All day. So it's gonna stay on all day. Like she's dreading the very idea of having to look at that hat. And then what I love is just like, okay, well you should just close, but clearly you're not able to work today.
You're in no
condition to work.
Oh my God, it's so funny. And then so they have their thing, and then what else happens in that scene?
They talk about the doodles again.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Blueprint.
The blueprint.
Anyways, so that's that. And then we're in Will's house, Will and Grace's apartment, and they're kind of just like, Grace is looking beautiful in that dress.
Oh, right, because Will's client is coming over for drinks.
Who's a conservative, rich Texan.
Right, but actually likes Will and doesn't
loves Will. Yeah, no, but I understand. Like, I get.
He's just on edge because he wants the apartment to look good.
Yes,
it's his first time inviting Harlan.
Harlan, yes.
Up for drinks, and
I've never met a Harlan. Have you? Where's that name from? That's an American name. I've never ever have I seen from another country.
And it's a very southern American name.
Harlan. Yeah, I've never heard that name before.
Like in Kentucky, where I'm from, there's a Harlan County.
Oh.
Harlan County, Kentucky.
Kentucky is another one that I can't say. Kentucky. That's what I say. Oh my god. Okay. Will walks in and he is so irritated with everything Grace is doing. And,
that's the first thing he says. You're wearing that?
Yes. And then
I want you to wear something more than
underwear.
This is a very nice dress, Will.
Yeah, but I will change if you want to. And then there's like so many things happening, and I would have killed him if he was my friend.
Oh my God.
If a friend of mine acts that way, I would shoot that friend. Are you kidding me? Can't. That's just no. That's too much. But Will's too much.
Like judging your lifestyle.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Don't judge my lifestyle. And then so they get into this like little fight.
They do.
And Michael is brought up again.
Oh.
People need to
keep pushing that button.
Yes. And then I can't deal with it. And then Harlan comes, and then they're both completely just so mad at each other.
They sit there and just don't talk. Oh, it's terrible.
Yes, and then that's like he wanted to make a good impression, and then he's like not responding to Harlan. Like, what did he do?
And
why not
Harlan is having a conversation
with himself? Yeah, which is kind of absolutely crazy. And so they're just sitting down, doing like not talking and ignoring each other and ignoring Harlan, and then Grace excuses herself
and leaves. Yeah.
Well, Grace leaves, and then Harlan goes, "Well, are you sure you're gay? Because this is so fun." And then
just like me, an evening with me and the wife.
Yes. And then and then Grace leaves, and we're at the end of the night, and Grace is taking a bath, and Will comes in and tells.
Which meanwhile, Will's bathroom looks like the bathroom from The Women, where Joan Crawford and Rosalind Russell were in. I had that bathroom scene, but anyway, that dawned on me when I was like, that looks almost exactly like,
and it probably is.
It's very similar.
It probably was.
It's a very similar setup to The Women.
Yeah, it's probably like that's probably a well thought out. You know what I'm saying? They actually like, well, let's make that bathroom for this because it makes sense because they pay so close attention to those details,
like that,
and. So basically, they come into an understanding that this is not working out for them, and that the war's going to go back up, and they're going to deal with it. But then Will comes in, which is a sign of progress. Yes, he comes in and is like, "Hey, listen, why don't let's put the wall back up, but like let's make an even sized 2 bathrooms. So you have your space and I have my space, and that's it. And they have a cute moment together, and that's the episode.
That is the episode.
Yes, great episode. Funny, yeah. Although I do not like these first few episodes where Jack and Karen don't hang out every single time because I
think they learn
eventually,
that those two characters together become very integral to the success of the show.
Yes, and actually, let me give you a little backstory on Jack and Karen. Jack and Karen were never supposed to meet.
Oh.
Yes. So initially, with the first pilot, like when Max and David Cohen wrote the pilot, like Jack and Karen were meant to be. Jack meant to be Will's friend, and Karen meant to be Grace's assistant, and they were never supposed to be a crossover until Sean Hayes and Megan Mullally met each other. Actually like met in person.
Yeah.
And then their chemistry was so high, and it was undeniable. And they were like, we can't not have these two characters meet and just connect because it would be stupid.
Yeah.
So that's why that whole friendship was eventually written in the series. But they didn't never.
Initially, they were never.
No.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
There you go.
I'm glad that kismet happened.
Yes. So that's it, kids.
That's it.
Yes.
That was another Let's Talk.
Let's talk. All right. Until then, no. Because I listen to so much RuPaul, I want to close it the way he closes it.
But we're gonna do it in Farsi.
Oh, every time?
Why not?
Oh, okay. So دفعه بعدی خدا نگهدار. So stupid.
Like he said.
Yes.